Welcome everybody. I'm tuning everything up here. Here we go. Let's see if we can get onto here. Looks like everything's coming up roses. Look at that. We're going to get going in like 9 minutes, so don't worry about it. You still got time. Go have some fun. Here in Wisconsin, we got sunshine finally. OMG. I'm so excited about that. So we're going to get going in like, I don't know, 8 minutes or something like that. So go get some fruit punch or some vodka. Okay, it's water. Get your beverage of choice. You still got plenty of time. I'm just getting everything warmed up here so that it works. Sometimes, well, let's put it this way. Came on here about a half hour ago to test everything and it didn't work. So now it works. Where that voice came from, I don't know. So, enjoying the day so far? The evening is upon us. Don't you love it now that it's light out later and later? I can't wait till we see some light. We've had like 4 or 5 rainy days in a row here. I feel like I'm in Oregon or something. Portland or someplace. Portlandia. No, I'm just kidding. Never even saw the series. Don't even know the show. Just know of it. So if you hopefully your day is going as well as mine. Oh, look at that. Everything's working. I'm on YouTube. It's going well. Welcome to people on YouTube. Feel free to shoot me a comment there. Facebook, shoot me a comment too. I'm up, I'm live, I'm going. We're going crazy. We're going to talk tonight about authenticity and being your authentic self. I always have to make sure I enunciate that clearly before I get yelled at from all the enunciators. You'd never believe how many times I get critiqued or criticized about verbiage. Yeah, so tonight, authentic self. Being who we need to be, being us. There's some brave souls out there that have come forth, and now is the time to be yourself, be your authentic self, and inspire others along the way. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But let's talk about springtime right now, because we've got 6.5 minutes before the show actually starts. So if anybody's out there, you feel free to shoot me in the comments section, either on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever you're seeing it. And hopefully I'm going to be able to read it. Oh, lordy. It is something when you get to be 53 and you have to use readers and things like that to see some comments and other good stuff. But anyway, so yeah, springtime is upon us. I love this where the days get longer and the nights are a little bit shorter. Just because you can be out and about and you can, I don't know. Here in Wisconsin, for those that don't know it, I'm in Wisconsin. So those anyone that's in Wisconsin, we are Midwest, Minnesota, a little bit of Illinois. It's this time of year we get really antsy. I get really antsy on what's going on and what we can do outside and being outside, and because we know we only have like 4 or 5 months and then we're back at it in the cold weather. Same weather. So we get about 3 to 4 months and then we're back in the inside. Oh no. So hi Ember, thanks for joining the event of the evening. Dun dun dun. Got a little under 5 minutes to go in the pre-show. Hopefully everything is giving. Oh, so you can hear me. That's great. Had some technical difficulties about a half hour ago, and I was sweating it whether I'd be able to do the show or not. I had to go through and do a few restarts and plugging things in and checking things out again, and finally on the fourth try, it worked. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So I guess the powers that be want the show to go on. We're going to get going in a little over 4 minutes now. But yeah, so you panic a little bit. So we start the pre-show. I go in there. I test everything, make sure everything works, and hopefully all the other stuff will work. Make sure it's all plugged in well and that. And yeah, so when I tested the first 3 times, first time, no, it didn't work. No big deal. Restart it, get going. Second time, didn't work. Get a little bit more nervous. Maybe there's something really bad going wrong, something that's going to happen. And then the third time, you're like, oh boy, do I cancel? Do I, go on Facebook on my phone, just say, you start thinking alternative plans, different things to do. Fourth time, it worked. Love it. So we'll see. Hopefully everything works along the way. Got my wonderful beverage of choice here. Straight up vodka. No, tequila. No, whatever. What else is clear? Gotta be something that's also clear. Here we go. There we go. Woo! So we're going to talk about authenticity tonight, being your authentic self. And so if you have any questions on that, feel free to throw them in the comment section on either YouTube or Facebook. I'm streaming live to both of those. Got people coming in on both of those. That's great. So yeah, we're going to talk about your authentic self tonight. Your authentic self. Scary would be if you watch this. Now YouTube is on Apple TV, I believe, and Facebook is on Apple TV. Facebook is on Apple TV, and then YouTube. I know we can stream YouTube on our through our streaming device, so we can put it up on the big screen. That'd be a little scary. I think my big mug on some big 80-inch TV screen, that'd be a little bit scary. I don't think I shaved quite close enough today for that. But who knows? There may be somebody out there watching this live. Let me know. I think you can still comment. Can you comment when you're watching those on TV or something? Can you somehow throw in comments? I don't know. Yeah. One more thing to learn, right? One more thing to learn along the way. We're going to be a little under a minute and a half to go in the pre-show, and then we'll get to the show, and then we'll all let you know about the show. So there you go. Yeah, it's about a minute to go. Yeah, it's thank you, Ember. Ember's right there, responsive. I love it. Frustrating thing with YouTube comments. Got a little bit time to kill here. YouTube comments, they go away after the show. So you do this live, and people may be commenting and might be responding to those comments and things of that sort. And after the show is done, they just go away. So then you have to go back in. I put out an edited version on both Facebook and YouTube after the fact, and you have to go back in and re-comment if you want. But links are in there after the fact and everything. Can't do it before the fact on YouTube, or, well, even on Facebook. Can't really put the comments in or the links and everything that I refer to on there. But feel free to come back after and throw some comments in. Here we go. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's show. We're talking about your authentic self. Do some people have an authentic self while others don't? Is it a conscious choice that we make to be our authentic self? Or is it a point of honesty with our own spirit? We're going to talk about that and anything else in the comments after the intro. Your authentic self. I got a little in my hand here. I hold a great, hi Courtney, thanks for joining. I have a wonderful quote from Brene Brown. You like Brene Brown? I like Brene Brown for the most part. Authenticity is not something we have or don't have. It's a practice, a conscious choice of how we want to live. Authentically and authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make every day. It's about the choice to show up and be real, the choice to be honest, the choice to let our true selves be seen. That's a heavy statement, but it's all true. It's all true. I think it's a choice that we make every day, and depending upon the situations that we're in, depending upon the job that we do. Sometimes I've worked jobs where I'm not really my authentic self for the most part, just because I'm working for somebody else. It's their gig. It's their, and whether it's a speaking engagement or teaching a class for another company, another group, when you go and you do those things, you're basically working on their what they want to construct in that. And so sometimes I'm not going to be my authentic self. I'm going to be Dave the teacher or something of that sort. But on the shows here, you're seeing the real thing. You're seeing this is Dave the authentic. Oh, thanks for the love, thanks for the hearts, thanks for the likes. Being your authentic self means revealing things inside of you. The most obvious one in the room today, in a manner of speaking, is going to be Caitlyn Jenner, right? For years, bottled it up for years, and this will be a little controversial because I'm sure some people are going to be like, "Oh my gosh," but it's true. To be your authentic self is to reveal what you truly feel inside, and then reveal that, and then let it be exploited. Let it just shine out there. And in doing so, you're going to be a leader. You're going to be the one that people idolize. You're going to be, there's going to be a group of people, her tribe. Caitlyn Jenner's tribe is now like embracing that and going, "Oh my gosh, you broke open the seal on the can in a manner of speaking. You broke open the seal that we can be ourselves. We can be out. We can, do things on that." There's going to be, throughout the decades, there's been different sectors of a population. Let's get technical. It sounds like an engineer problem. That came out. 50s, 60s, if you were gay, you couldn't be your authentic self. You couldn't be, you couldn't reveal yourself. You had to hide it. You had to, bury it down. You had to pretend you were something else. There's many people that went incognito or went, because they didn't feel like they could be their authentic selves. While others along the way then broke the mold, and they came out in a manner of speaking. And it's on all different levels. It can be someone that wants to be, that their parents are striving to make them a doctor or a lawyer or something of that sort. And they're like going, no, I just want to be an engineer. I want to be, something totally different than what they're forcing to be. I know in my case, my dad would have loved if I just worked in a factory the rest of my life and was like him. And God bless him. He's a great man, and he, had a family and worked in a factory and that. And I probably would, that I'm sure at some point in time was his goal to me, because he stated that as I was growing up, that's what you do. You go and you work in a factory for 40 years, 50 years, and you come out and you get a pension, and that's what you do. You have a family along the way. And that's what he knew. But that was not my authentic self. That was not something that I embraced and could do. So, that was something. So I had to have that, revelation, that conversation, that true conversation with myself, as far as, what did I want to leave as a legacy? Now I'm 53 years old, and I'm looking at that too. I'm looking at what's the legacy. I want to be my authentic self to inspire others to do even more with their lives. So I try to, with the coaching, with different aspects of that, all the way down to trainings and that what I'm striving to be my authentic self and bring that out. And there's going to be some people along the way that I'm not going to be friends with anymore. You're going to experience that. When you're your authentic self, as you see there, you're going to be fearless, because you're going to lose people along the way. People that once were your friends now are growing in a different direction. And it could be in a relationship. It could be a marriage. And that you just, you start going down a different road, and that's just being you, and you have to embrace that. And so if something else is going to hold you back or try to force you into a mold, a square peg in a round hole, all you're going to do is get splinters. So don't do that. Be your authentic self, be who you are, embrace it, and then be the leader and find your own tribe. So, it could be that your friends temporarily go away. We go through phases in life, and you go through school, elementary school, then your elementary school friends, for the most part, aren't your high school friends. And then your high school friends aren't, for the most part, going to be your college friends, or if you go into a trade of some sort, that all of a sudden you have different friends and different along the way. And it could be that at one point, and it's not any good or bad, it's just that it's just different. You're going to change. People change, and some go down one road and you go down another. I know if I reflect back into my 20s, I had friends that were very heavy into drinking, very heavy into, and I had to make a conscious decision that was something that I wanted to do. And it wasn't an avenue that I wanted to pursue. It wasn't something that I didn't want to be that person. I grew up in a very small town, and I didn't want to be that person that, walked in and that was your bar stool and you sat there after work and, 2 hours and then you went home and things like that. That was just not what was in my heart of hearts. So I had to make a conscious decision that I had to let go of some of those people, because that's what they embraced. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's their authentic self. So they're, embracing their authentic self, and I can't hold them back either. So be respectful of others. So it's like on Facebook, people unfriend, they unfriend. I love it. Unfriend me. I don't care, because if I am not in the same place that you are at this moment in time, so be it. That's okay with me. I'm good with that, and maybe it'll circle back, that later it'll turn around and it'll, come back full circle, and we'll kind of meet at the other side of the roads when the roads meet back together again. But maybe not. And that's okay too, because we all have our own journey, and we have to be authentic. When you're authentic with yourself and you have that conversation, that's when things start to really blossom and shine. That's when you are really going to accelerate your success. You want to work on less perfect and more authenticity. Letting go of your ego and getting your ego out of the way is going to be the largest and the most significant boost. Oh, thanks for the hearts and the smiles. Oh, hearts and smiles. Love it. Hearts and smiley faces. I think those are smiley faces. I didn't have my glasses on. All I saw was yellow with something in it. Maybe they were wows. I don't know. But less perfection, more authenticity. You don't worry for perfection. If I worried about perfection, I probably wouldn't be here on camera because I'd be worried about my lack of hair or something of that sort. And I did that at first, but then I was like, who cares? No one's going to care. It's what I'm going to deliver for a message that's really going to stand out. If I have something very inspirational to say to someone, or if I can help someone along the way, that's what's going to stand out in this conversation that we have every week versus hi Angie, how you doing? That's going to stand out in the conversation every week versus what I look like or what I was dressed in or what I wore, or did I, was the lighting just perfect? The best and most inspirational and most authentic videos that all of a sudden just like surge, it just goes through Facebook like wildfire, and that are the ones that they're in the moment. It's when people are being authentic. They're not trying to be something that, making sure everything's perfect and all that stuff. It's the little old ladies just dancing and someone grabbed their phone and started taking a picture. It's the kid that's just running around and giggling and someone just grabbed their phone quick and recorded and stuck it out there. It's the woman that just, goes into Target and just buys the Chewbacca mask and goes out in her car and just goes, oh my gosh, this cracks me up. I got to show you guys this. I got to that just soars up because they're being authentic. They're being their authentic self. And so if we don't worry about the perfection, when you're doing these live, come on Facebook and live, if you have something great to say, something inspirational to say, that's when the moment is perfect. But it's not going to be about like, oh my gosh, is my makeup right? Is this right? Is this going to be right? It's just jump on and do it and enjoy. Just jump on and get on Facebook or get on YouTube. YouTube is live now. Anyone can go on there too. You have all these different avenues. Facebook is probably the most popular. Periscope too. I'm not a big Periscope fan because I'm just 53 years old. It seems to me I just can't click with the Periscope for some reason, or Periscope just doesn't click with me. I just don't get it. I know it's another avenue that's out there, but you can do that. But don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about your verbiage. I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm going to say use guys. I'm going to say, there's different things. Hey, you guys, how's it going, you guys? Things like that. All of a sudden I have like a Boston accent there. But there's certain things that you're going to say that's not going to be perfect English. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my gosh, I said something not perfectly done well. And the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. And I get critiqued every week. I get some people that say, oh my gosh, your forehead's so shiny. You should do this and that on your... It doesn't matter. It's more about what you say and how you're going to inspire others. If you're in a business of some sort, be authentic with that too. If something in your business world doesn't feel right to you, maybe that's not the right business for you. Or maybe you're the one that just has to stand up and say, you know what, that doesn't feel right. Why are we doing that? Can someone tell me why we're doing that? And it could be that that's what they're, all of a sudden that the light bulb goes on. Why are we doing that? I don't know. But it could be something that's right. It could be that but be authentic. Have your authentic self. We all come with our own values. We all come with our own, and your authenticity is going to be different than my authenticity. And you're probably sick of me saying authenticity, but I'm trying to drive the point home. Be who you are and embrace it. And that's what's going to make you shine. And when you shine, that's when the magic happens. That's when your own tribe comes into play. That's when just things flow to you because you're not trying to pretend to be this certain thing. A long time ago, I'll give you a long time ago story. When I was in my 30s, I owned a retail store. One of our clients And I was baffled back then, but now it makes total sense to me as we grow through our lives. One of our clients, one of our customers that came in was at that time, or just prior to that, was married in a long-term relationship, got married right out of high school, went to college, had 2 kids, and then 20 years came around, and husband and wife look at each other and go, he said, "You know what? I'm gay." And she said, "That's really crazy that you say that, because you know what? I'm gay too." And divorced and went off and found the love of their lives, and were in great relationships there. And at that moment in time when he was telling me the story, I was like, how does someone hide from themselves for 20 years or more, because you probably, but, you got to put this into perspective. This is going back into the 80s and then the 90s. So it was different. And now I think is the perfect time for everyone. You can be less perfect. I mean, we see that every day on how many shows, reality shows, things that are out there. So you don't have to worry about being totally perfect. You can just be more of your authentic self. If you like to run around in and it drives me crazy. I'll be honest with you. I'm old school. It drives me crazy when I see people running around in their pajama bottoms or their pajamas, and they're in a store or something of that sort. That drives me crazy. But that's them. That's their authentic self. They like to lounge around in pajamas, I guess, and live their life in pajamas. Me, myself, I like to get up, dress up, be up, and enjoy life. So, but that's me. That's my authentic self, is being more on that level. But when you are your true self and you let that shine, what happens? People embrace you. All of a sudden, the woman that has the Chewbacca mask on and is laughing hysterically and says, "You got to check this out. Oh my gosh, this has made me crack up." All of a sudden, that just goes viral, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, she's so funny. This is so funny." It's not that she's funny. It's just that she was being authentic with that. And that made everybody else go, "Wow, that'd be so cool." Or the little old ladies that are dancing, and they're just dancing away on whatever it is. I saw a video that was going around Facebook, I think yesterday, of a gentleman, 3 nurses were doing this dance routine with this gentleman that was in rehab. And so they did it with walkers and that. And I was like, that was the coolest thing. You just want to sit there and watch it. And it inspires you. You're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. Or you see dance things and different, or babies just giggling and go, my gosh, and I saw a statistic, I think it was yesterday on one of the things I was watching, the videos I was watching, that a baby laughs, a young baby up until some, I don't know, age 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there, laugh like 300 times a day. And then adults laugh 15. So maybe it's just that we need to break out in laughter more. So maybe those videos are just doing great and they would be our authentic selves, right? So develop that. It's going to be something that you have to work at. As Brene says, it's a choice that we make every day, and it's a collection of the choices that we have to make every day. So we're making choices constantly, and make sure that that's the choice that you make. Choose wisely and let yourself be revealed when you can, and until you can 100%. Maybe you're in a situation where you have to be a little bit more cautious. But out of all things, be proud to be you. Boom, boom, boom. Boy, that was kind of cool. That was a good little transition, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm proud to be me. That's who I am. This is who I am. Yeah, you should try to live with this. Ugh. Drive you nuts, drive you crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you give hearts now. Oh, those aren't smiley faces. Those are what? Those are shock faces or something. But thank you for all the reactions. But be proud to be who you are, and that's the thing. It's a conscious choice that we do, and it's a conscious whether we hide or we become a certain role at some. You work in a job, and maybe that's the role that you have to be. Is that you have to be a certain thing. You're the leader today, or you're the widget, the person that puts the widget in the other widget A into widget B to make product C. But maybe that's just not. But when you're out and about and you're with your family, you're going to have boundaries. I know I have boundaries with some of my family. There's just certain things that just don't, I can't be my authentic self, or I can't, and their expectations could be different. Each person is going to have a different expectation on who I am. You may see me this way. Now, son, you might see me on a weekend somewhere where I'm not, scruffy, the hair's messed up, I got a sweatshirt on or something, and you'll be like, who is that? He kind of looks familiar, but I don't know who that is. But that's my authentic self in that moment, is being that. But be honest, let it come from your spirit, what your true self is, and then eliminate those fears. That's how you're proud to be me, is if you eliminate the fears, because the fears are the only thing that hold you back, correct? Can I get a hallelujah? There's your aha moment for the night. Fear is what's going to hold you back. So eliminate the fear, right? So sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. What are these things that I fear? What's holding me back? Do I fear making money? Do I fear, and that's a legitimate thing, do I fear success? I've had those discussions with myself. What are these things that I'm fearing that's holding me back? Because once you can just embrace who you are, get out there, do it, show the world who you are, then you're going to get, you're going to see it come quicker and, faster, more rapidly. It's going to be a catalyst, because people are going to embrace who you are. You may have people refuse you a little bit, but they're not part of your tribe. They're just not that person. So get rid of that. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of who you are. That's all I got to say. That's it. So hopefully this helped you. Hopefully this inspired you. And let me, give me a comment after, the repost, the edited version. I also have a great quiz that is out and about. You'll probably see that. It's being kind of passed around Facebook and that. It's a joy quiz. You can test and see where your joy level is based upon answering on those questions. Took a little work to get those questions and what kind of questions, and I want to keep it quick and easy. I hate those quizzes where it's like, now it's an essay or something of that sort. If you call me up, or if you email me and say, hey, I would like to, do some coaching and that, then we're going to get more in depth. Are we the right match? I'm going to ask you a lot more in-depth questions than that joy quiz is ever going to reveal. But then, that's a different level. Then we're talking, do we mesh? Do we have the same focus, or is it, or is there someone else that I can put you to that's going to give you, get you to the next level, faster, easier than I would? Because not everybody meshes with everybody else. But be proud of who you are. Be your authentic self, and you will watch things just blossom in your life. So work on that. Ask yourself the hard questions. What fears do I have that are holding me back? And come back and give a like to my Facebook page, comment after the fact. YouTube, go on there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All the videos every week that are out there are going to be on the YouTube channel. You can search them up, I think, on Facebook too, but they're easier if you go on my YouTube channel. That's all that's on there, or all the videos from all the shows. So you can go through there and search up to which topic, suits you best and what's going to help you get to the next level. Other than that, I will be back here next Wednesday night because I will be on the road Tuesday night. So next Wednesday night, I will be on here. Other than that, I hope you have a great week. Enjoy. Be your authentic self. If you're struggling with that, come on, find my quiz, take the quiz, see where your joy level is at from 1 to 30. See, I haven't seen anything higher than a 27 come through yet, so check it out. You might be the first 30. There you go. We'll see you next week, Wednesday. Have a great week. Bye-bye. See ya. Have a good one.